everybody.
Hey-hoo!
Welcome to the StabCast. I'm Dizzle.
And I'm Dizzle.
And we're here to talk about, on a spooky Sunday, to talk about Brightburn. This take on the Man of Steel. This is like if Superman went cray-cray when he was little and when he was a child, and he just starts fucking everybody up. And that's what this movie is. And Brightburn's an interesting take. And, it's pretty much Superman if shit went wrong. And he lands.
And we found about his powers early, basically. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Because so much power can only be given to one individual, especially if that individual is a child.
Yeah.
So.
It's an interesting movie.
It's an interesting take.
This got 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, so not everybody understood it. It made $33 million in the theaters with a budget of $6 million. This is directed by David Yervesky, and it's written by Bart Gunn and Mark Gunn, and executive producer, what?
My paper.
Executive producer is James Gunn.
Yep.
Who I know very well, and he's big in the DC universe. So when you look at this movie, oh my God, the whole show Peacemaker that's going on right now, season 2, is in this movie pretty much.
And we've also, because we went to HorrorCon, we got to meet one of the people from Peacemaker, and he actually really did tell us a lot about James Gunn and how he works, and that he's a really, really nice guy to work with.
Yeah, he was great.
So that was good.
And James Gunn loves the superhero shit, and he would love the alternate, hey, what if Superman was bad? Absolutely. And that's why he was all over this. He executive produced this. A lot of these guys, Steve Agee, the guy that plays Keith in Peacemaker season 2, James Gunn's wife's in this movie. She's the teacher in the beginning.
I thought that was her.
That's hardcore from Peacemaker. So thought that was her. This has gone all over it, and it shows, and it's a really good movie. And I know that not a lot of critics understood it, but it did make money. $33 million on 6 ain't bad. It's damn good, actually.
Yeah.
And especially the fact that this movie, you look at the effects and some of the shit that the kid does, and you're like, holy shit.
It's a Sony movie, too.
Yeah.
So it's actually really kind of cool to see a Sony movie done well. We're talking about Brightburn. It's should be in the description.
Brightburn. And we have one of my favorites as the lead and the mom, as Tori Breyer, and that's Elizabeth Banks.
He loves Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, God, yes.
And it's so funny because I remember her being in so much other scary shit that she was actually in, because I looked up her resume earlier, and it is like Slither. And then it's like a few years later, she does something else scary.
It's a good movie, too.
And then a few years later, she does something else scary.
Yeah.
So I think she's one of those actresses that she'll go back if she needs a job.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's something that she...
Well, she's got one of the wildest careers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she just a couple years ago directed that Cocaine Bear movie, and now she's doing game show host work, doing the double whammy shit, Pressure Luck, which is my favorite game show. So she's all over everything I love. Elizabeth Banks is one of the greatest actresses of this and the last generation.
Even though Cocaine Bear did not show the bear. Just saying.
What do you mean? He was in it?
Barely.
He was pretty in it. He mauls mad fucking people.
I'm going to have to watch it again, because the review that I said, I heard.
And like I said, Keith in Peacemaker season 2, David Denman, that's Kyle Breyer, the husband, who basically, this is Ma and Pa Kent, if we're talking Superman. This is like, and David Denman, coming off a great performance that I've just watched him in the show I love, but this movie, he's a really good dad that's starting to be like, what the fuck, this kid's chewing a fork. Shit like that. He actually plays that in his face very well. And him and Elizabeth Banks are a very believable couple and kind of good together on screen.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Elizabeth Banks, the one thing I don't like about her character in this movie is how oblivious she is and how trusting she is in a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
But her husband even told her, he doesn't bleed. He doesn't get hurt. Nothing's ever happened to him.
Yeah.
How do we even know that he's human? He might look like us, but how do we know? We don't.
Yeah.
And because of that, like, she was one of those mothers that I've dealt with before that basically would like set their child, like would basically watch another child set, like her child setting another child on fire, and her still be like, oh no, she's fine, he didn't do anything wrong,
Yeah.
he didn't mean it.
Now, this is a movie, and to play on that in her ignorance, this is a movie that's inherently hard for me. It's something that seems like it's built for me that I would love, like a little Superman killing everybody. But this one's hard for me because you're kind of taking an origin that's one of my favorite origins in the history of movies and everything, and you're really putting it on its head, and just like Elizabeth Banks and him really seem like loving parents, and the amount of love that they gave him in that montage at the beginning, you think that love it would transcend and maybe try to stop him from turning evil too, and they don't explore that much. No. He's pretty much, once he figures out that he's like an alien god, he's like, oh yeah, I'm the superior, I'm fucking running this world, bitch. And that's not really Superman. And this isn't trying, and it doesn't say Superman on the title. This isn't about Superman. You just know it is. Yeah. Because that's what the story is, pretty much.
I mean, he has basically all the same powers.
Yeah. You know, it's a different name. It's not the Kents and stuff. It's the Bryars and shit. But it's still a farm. It's still a kid coming in on a spaceship and getting powers. This is... I think that the kid had enough love in his life that maybe he could get over some of that stuff, but instead they played that into a straight horror movie.
Yeah.
And having him just really lean into, you know, he's not likable at all. I feel like
his distrust was a really big thing. His trust was a really big thing. Yeah. So I feel like when the adults would try to do something, like when she tried to stab him with the spaceship, or when the father tried to kill him, like, why would you even do that? Why would you egg him on?
Yeah.
Why? Especially her, when she goes after him with the shard, I was like, why is she doing this?
Well, at that
point,
why
have we reached this level of stupidity? He already knows every single thing that could happen to him, that could hurt him. You really think you're going to be able to stab him?
Well, and also, and that's kind of and I was going to get into it, but now that we're here, and by the way, you should have watched the movie, full spoilers. But when we get to that, and it's towards the end, and she's about to, if you're looking at a Superman story, Ma Kent wouldn't do that. Even if he went completely evil and he fucked everybody up, she would try to talk him down or do anything she could to stop. It would not resort to her trying to kill her son. Mm-hmm. Maybe if you want to try to have Pa Kent do that, or Kyle Breyer in this, okay. But it's still like they're going to try to, you know, figure their son out and help them as much as possible before.
Yeah, well, she did too. She gave him another chance.
Yeah, she really did try with him, and she really, but... I get it. It's a horror movie, and this isn't Superman, so I got to suspend my disbelief for that, and I got to look at it as a horror movie. And she was trying to just get rid of. She's like, okay, he's killed so many innocent people. I have to take care of this, which is a normal instinct. So I don't blame her for that.
She was taking responsibility for herself, basically, because her husband didn't even want anything to do with the thing.
But as to your point, to your greater point, you've seen what this fucking kid can do. Don't fucking dramatically hold it behind his back and then say like a thing like, I'm always gonna love you, like pretty much
You'll
tell him
you're about
to
be my baby boy.
Yeah, and pretty much tell him you're about to kill him. Like, you can't give him that much notice when he's like he has every superpower. Like, he's got sensory shit. Like, you can't fuck with that. If you're gonna take him out, you got to do it in a precise way.
Yeah.
And it can't be like
that. That's what annoyed me. No one was quick with him. If they would have been quicker with him, they would have maybe hurt him.
And they never had the copy. I don't think they have any Superman copyright, so we weren't getting kryptonite in this movie.
No, but we did get the fact that his spaceship that he came from was the only thing that could hurt him, remember?
Yes.
Because that's what she tries to stab him with, is a shard of spaceship glass.
Which is basically their take on kryptonite. So that's true. That is a good point.
Yeah, so they tried everything they could to not break copyright by breaking copyright.
Yeah. Which, if this was made today, James Gunn could get away with. James Gunn could fucking put all the Superman shit you want in there. You can make it the Kents and he's Clark and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a cool little alternate history that's fun. And I remember because I love some of my passions are horror movies and DC Comics and superheroes. Not a Marvel guy, but I'm a DC guy. And James Gunn is the head of DC Studios right now. So he like him. This alternate, and I've been in DC groups on Facebook, and I remember putting what's the best Superman origin story, and a couple people actually put down Brightburn, and a couple people said that's like the best Superman origin, which I think is blasphemous, but it's still.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best. I would say it's really good.
It's a fun alternate history, but no.
And the kid doesn't piss me off.
No.
So, I mean, he also really didn't talk that much either.
We talk about, we have the annoying kid trope that we talk about on the show a lot. I don't think the kid was annoying at all, but he definitely was creepy, and he was kind of a good actor because he really sold, like, the creepy kid. Like, all the stuff with that little girl was very creepy, and he was very believable in the face when he broke her fucking hand when she picked him up, went to, like, help him up, and he fucking squished her hand. Like, that look he's giving her, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And even though he still wanted her to be his muse, but still, which is insane. You break a chick's hand and you're like, marry me.
Yeah, and you come through her fucking window with flowers.
Yeah, you don't leave me with flowers after you break my hand, you son of a bitch. But when we talk about performances, and Elizabeth Banks really did try to be the mom and like a good mom. And because this movie a lot is her yelling, Brendan! Which is like pretty much most of the movie. Is it Brendan? Like running through the rain or through a forest or something, yelling this kid's name. And she really does try her best. And she has the look of a mom that doesn't know what to do, loves the kid, but sees the destruction going on and is scared. Mm-hmm. And yes, she plays the oblivious for the first half hour. But once she figures out, like, oh my God, like first she was like, all right, he eats forks, who cares? But after a few killings, she was like, oh my God, this kid's bad.
You cannot get over the fork eating.
Because that's insane. That's a great scene in the movie to like show that this kid's off. As the kid's eating breakfast, he's not responding, and the dad's like, hey, what the fuck? And the fucking fork's all. And it's crazy they go from that scene to him going with her and finding the porn, and then eventually the like intestines and the body pictures and stuff, which is weird. But they see the pictures, and he's like, "Oh, I knew this day would always come." It's like, what day? When the kid eats a fork? The kid just ate a fork, and they're like, "Oh, he's looking at tits." Then he's just like a normal kid. It's fine. He can eat all the forks he wants. He likes boobs. He's a normal kid. I found that weird scene placement.
That was very weird scene placement. I feel like one or the other should have been delayed from each other or scrapped.
Because he was just shocked about the fork, and then he's like, "Oh, he's looking at tits. Good for him." But the dad was like that though. Both parents were like that though. Yeah, they like wanted to be mad at him, and then at the end of the day, after they thought about it, they'd be like, "Well, why am I mad at them?" Yeah. So why am I actually mad at him? But that's the thing that gets me is this kid had so much love around him, because even the family, I don't think they're the Briars. Yeah, who's banging Marley? You said. Yeah, it's her wife. Yeah, that's his uncle and aunt. Yeah, and she works at the school, and she's the counselor and everything. Yeah, and she's pretty much trying to help him out. She is the worst school counselor ever. I'm sorry, you do not fucking ask this child 5 questions, threaten them with the sheriff, and then tell them to leave. Yeah, but she's trying to. This kid's giving her nothing. She's like, "Hey, buddy, do you feel bad about breaking that girl's hand?" And he's like, "I am a superior human being. My parents do not matter. I am an alien." And she's just like, "Okay, but can you not start hurting people?" And he's like, "No." And it's like, what do you want her to do? She's like, "All right, well, I'm going to call the cops." Yeah, but that's the thing, though. If she would have never said that, the cops would have been called, and all would have been solved. Yeah, but she's trying to help this kid, and it's a 12-year-old kid, and she doesn't quite realize that he's this almighty destroyer. So she's trying to help this kid and threaten him and be like, "Hey, the cops are going to get called if you don't stop this shit," which is what you would do to a kid. Yeah, but when he asks her, like, when he really asks her, he's like, "You're really not going to talk to the sheriff, are you?"
And she's like, I have to. It's my job. And he's like, it's going to be really, really bad for you.
Yeah. And it was.
And it's like, fuck.
It was really bad for her.
She's next.
I want you to get into the Noah kill, because I know that's probably one of your favorites. One
of my favorites. Noah reminds me of Daniel as a dad, because he gets done partying with his friends at the bar and whatnot, and he goes upstairs, kisses his wife, as a good man should, and goes to take a shower, goes inside the closet to get something, and
brushing his teeth.
There's his fucking nephew.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? And he's like, oh, well, Aunt Marlene was tutoring me. And he's like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no way. And she's sleeping. Yeah. What are you doing? And he's like, nothing. And he's like, come here, you little creep. We're going home right now. And I'm telling your parents. And he does it again. He goes, you shouldn't tell my parents.
Yeah. And
he's like, well, I have to. You'll be lucky if that's the only thing I do to you. Get in the car. And then all of a sudden, Brandon was gone. And it's like, oh, shit. Why did you mention parents? I'm like, every time someone mentions the parents or the sheriff, shit goes down and this kid runs. Every time.
Yeah. That's why, and that's where I do think they play it well at him being a kid that's getting these powers, because you would think like, oh, it's this superhero or supervillain. What's his great motivation? And I like how they play it of, oh, you're not going to give me what I want? I'm going to just fucking laser your face off. Which is, if a 12-year-old kid got powers, a little dickhead kid, 12-year-old boy got powers, that's how he would be. It's like, oh, you're going to tell my parents that I'm playing hooky? Fuck you.
Also, though, here's the thing. He was approaching puberty.
Yeah.
He was basically in the middle of puberty.
Yeah.
Or in the beginning. So, like, hormones, testosterone, everything, they're running wild to this little kid's brain. I mean, he was probably just as scared.
Yeah.
As everybody. And then he found his spaceship and he found out that he wasn't really human.
Yeah.
But he didn't say it. That's the thing. That is the one thing that never came out of his mouth. He never said he wasn't human.
Yes.
And that he was an alien. He just knew he had a spaceship.
And it's interesting because in the Superman movie that came out with David Cornsweet over the summer, they introduce a notion where Clark's parents from Krypton wanted him to take over the world. And that's real. And they play it in there. And part of his motivation is getting past that and being like, no, but I'm human and I'm a good person and I wouldn't do something like that. But that is a plot line that's introduced, and it's real, that his parents aren't as loving as we would always think in the comics and everything, is that they sent him here to take as many wives as he can, have a secret harem, and run the world. And it's kind of interesting because that's, and this isn't a gun-directed movie, but he's an executive producer, and his fingerprints are on this a lot. And it's kind of the same thing here, to where wherever we don't know Krypton or it, but wherever this kid was sent from, he is sent to run the world.
Yeah,
he
because
is sent
the
to be a
spaceship
god
starts talking to him, and he is like for a second he stumbles on the words a couple of times, and then I'll be like, take, and then he stumbles a little bit more, and then he's like, the. And then he stumbles a little bit more, and he's like, the world.
Yeah.
Take the world? And like, he didn't understand it at first.
Well, he kind of.
And then once he found the spaceship,
yeah,
then he was like, oh shit, take the. I got it.
Well, when he was in the field and he finally got it together, and the red eyes were, he's like, take the world. It's like, I think he understood at that point. He seemed pretty fucking in on it. But, and then the rest of the movie, he continued to do so.
Yeah.
And some of the kills, well, we didn't actually get to what happens to Noah once he gets in the truck.
Oh my God.
Getting in the truck is a fatal mistake for him.
Oh my God. He should have never gotten in the truck. He should have went back to bed.
Yes.
He should have just been like, you know what? Let him go back home. I'll tell his parents and shit tomorrow. But no, everyone was stuck on stupid in this movie, and they had to go after the little fucker. And this kid literally throws this man's car as he is driving.
Yes.
Literally fucking throws it.
Yes.
And it's like, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. That is way too much power for a child. Because that's where I'm coming from. That's my point of view. Is that, unfortunately, you don't give powers to a child that young.
Yeah.
Because they can't handle it.
Yeah.
like it can get really out of control.
But that's kind of my only little issue with this movie is that they kind of like, because you can, with a good system like that, a good support system and a good family and a much love around you, we've seen it in popular culture. You can have it that young. And Superman, Smallville, we've seen it. You can do that.
But he had to be, they told him where he came from the get-go.
Yeah, they didn't lie to him.
They never lied to him.
Yeah,
that was Brandon's number one thing. That's why he even broke the girl's hand, because she called him a pervert. Yeah. He does not like liars. He's very big on the truth. He feels that people should be honest.
But that's kind of the only little thing. Other than that, this kid seems perfectly loved. He seems like he has a good system around him, and he doesn't seem like he has much reason to go evil like he's doing. No. And like he does, Elizabeth, like there needs to be a couple more scenes of Elizabeth Banks being kind of a shittier mom. Yeah. In my opinion, because I think she's a pretty good mom throughout this whole thing. Maybe, oblivious, like you said.
I think he was more angry at the mom, though, for keeping secrets.
Yeah, the secret and the one big one.
And the huge secret that he came to us in a spaceship and he wasn't born.
But
like, I think to him that was the equivalence of getting smacked in the face, basically.
Yes.
And his parents didn't discipline him, so he's like, what the hell? Like, this isn't good. And like, he even says it when he's throwing his first temper tantrum, like, you guys did this. Like, you lied to me. My entire life, you didn't tell me. Yeah. That's not okay. You don't do that to somebody. Yeah. And it's like, he's got a point.
Yeah, but they were protecting him, and that's always, and that's a fun theme to explore, but besides that, they don't explore it that much. So that would be my only little faux pas with the movie, is that it's somewhat, like, it makes sense why he would go evil, but I don't think it's really portrayed. Like, I think there was some good in his life. There
should have been more character development.
Yeah, or maybe some more problems at home with the parents or everything.
Or even more school trouble or something. He wasn't as picked on as I thought he was going to be.
There was a couple scenes of that one, like, chubby kid talking shit.
Yeah, and, like, he was a little tiny bit of an outcast. But, I mean, he was scary.
Yeah.
Like, even when he just had a nice look on his face, he was so scary looking.
They really played him as Damien from The Omen.
And they really did. He had the Damien stare. Absolutely.
Little evil kid. That's kind of how they played him.
But that's the thing, though. That's what I love about this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not a possessed kid.
No.
It's not an evil child.
Yeah.
It's a person from a different universe who's been brought into our universe as a human and realizes all the flaws that are in the human race, honestly, and can't take it.
Yeah. I just don't think they don't explore that enough, and they make it more like, oh, you're pissing me off in this moment. Boom, fucking you up. Yeah. Like, it's a little more that than a little more like, wow, this world really sucks around me.
So, like, temper tantrums.
Yeah, it seems a little more motivated by him just being pissed off at people, which I get it. And like I said, I like that part because that's how a 12-year-old would react. Mm-hmm. But it to me, they don't really explore the part of it to where it's, oh, this world doesn't have anything for me.
Since I explained Noah, you got to explain the diner.
Okay. Well, the young woman whose hand he broke, her mom works at that said diner, and she's pissed off at this kid for breaking her daughter's hand, justifiably so. But because Elizabeth Banks has pull with the counselor and everything, he only gets suspended 2 days. And she's justifiably like, lock the fucking kid up. He broke her hand, which is like, I get her. I think she's pretty justified of being pissed off.
Because she even knew about the adoption. I guess other people knew. I guess he always knew he was adopted, but he just didn't know the story.
Well, yeah, they didn't tell him it was a spaceship. Everyone just said the parents always said he was adopted.
So, like, this woman had the nerve to be like, we don't know what kind of screwed up hillbillies he came from or anything. Yeah. And it's like, whoa. They've been with him since day one. That's not okay.
Yeah, to an extent, but you just broke my daughter's hand. I'm saying whatever the fuck I want in that room. That little fucking demon, he probably came from hell. He probably wasn't he probably rose up from the fucking ground. Like she was, I don't blame her for being pissed off, but unfortunately the kid could see her through the glass, and then they mark eyes after that. And that was pretty much the mark of death for her. So when he brings, his little love that, he, like I said, broke her hand, but he's in love with her. He brought her flowers, very sweet. And he told her,
that he's discovered his true self.
yes. And well, she's like, my mom told me not to talk to you. He's like, yeah, I'm going to deal with that. And then she's done. So he shows up the diner. She's working at the diner. The lights are going off. It's getting spooky in that bitch. And she's like, which is, as horror movie lovers, how many times have we seen that scene of like a woman in a diner and shit's going on? It's lights are, like we've seen.
I mean,
shit
it
like
was really individualized though.
Yeah, and it was pretty. We haven't seen anything like that with a super whatever the fuck that kid is. And then the glass breaks. He fucking basically shatters in the whole glass windows and shit. And then a piece gets in her eye, and it's so fucked up. And you get to see the whole scene
when
of her
somebody
getting it
gets
out of
something in your eye, you die.
Yes.
Okay, that is the way horror movies go here. We do not sit there and watch people pull the glass out of their eye. We're screwed up, but we're not that screwed up.
Well, and that's always in horror movies. That's always been my fucking thing because I'm a man with glasses.
That's always been our thing, honestly.
That is something that genuinely scares me. It's like something going into something. That shit does not. I work with metals too. Like that shit ain't cool to me. So when it happens, it's very. That's something.
Final
that
Destination 5.
Yeah,
shit. Another big thing.
Exactly.
With the laser eye surgery. That's actually why we've never gotten laser eye surgery.
Yeah. So shit like that will get me every time, and as long as that scene takes, or her getting the fucking thing out of her eye, it's like you're really fucking.
I was screaming at her at one point. I'm like, just rip it out.
And then obviously the kid's not done. One of my favorite scenes is when she hides in the little walk-in fridge.
Why hide in a cooler?
I know
how cold those things are.
Me too, but still, she had to get away, and it didn't matter anyway because he was heating that bitch up, and he laser-eyed his way through the door, which, as a superhero fan, I fucking love. This is my two worlds getting combined and fucking, and I love it so much. Which it's horror movies and superheroes fucking is one of my favorite. That when you can do that and it's done well like this, I enjoy it greatly. It really is, though. It's my two favorite worlds put together. It's Superman in a scary movie setting, and that's awesome. And him laser-eyeing through the fucking door in her face and her bleeding through the socket, and it's really a scary scene, and then he fucks her up from there.
Yeah, and you don't really know how he fucks her up, though.
Yeah.
That's off screen, and it's it's gonna be one of these movies.
But
and
they
then
gave you so much gore before
on
that.
Screen, and it's oh, okay. Never mind.
And that's why it was kind of classily done because there was so much gore with her already that it's like the kill could be off screen and there was still enough there to still be somebody's favorite kill.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite kill, I have a favorite kill and I have a favorite scene. My favorite kill would be when the dad tries to take matters into his own hands.
You like the dad.
Yes. Because I understood that a little more. Because the dad saw it from the beginning that's like, this kid's fucked up. And he was like, I'm gonna get rid of this kid. Misty May.
If any of you guys follow on TikTok, I'm sorry, Misty is taking over.
But
she now thinks this is her channel. There's her butt.
She's just trying to get to the food. I'm gonna have to move that chair a little bit.
She had it.
But
good job, Miss.
Good job, Misty. But he tries to shoot the kid in the back of the head. Doesn't work. And the kid's very
misses him too. Like. Yeah. It would be one thing for it not to work. He hit him
in the back of the head.
Yeah.
The kid's invincible.
Yeah. Because only that glass can take him out, similar to kryptonite. So that a bullet's not going to do it. And the kid proceeds to laser this man's face off. And it goes through his eyes, and you can see it. And then you see the back of his head. And I've never seen anything like that, not even in a comic. And the back of his head fucking caves out and shit. And it's like, this is fucking amazing.
And it's like, oh my God, he literally turned his father's blood into lava.
It's so good. And it's my favorite kill in the movie. My favorite scene comes much earlier. And it's when he's mowing the lawn in the beginning.
Oh my God.
Because
that is such a good scene.
For a kid, even if they didn't play him as a hero or as a villain or whatever, for a kid to find out to get powers, that's a really cool scene to find out. As he's trying to get the fucking lawnmower and then he ends up throwing it back. It's like, holy shit. And then he goes over to it and it's spinning and he's like, let me grab the blade. because he's like, maybe I'm
It does
invincible.
nothing to him.
And then he does it, and it just stops, and it's like it's a really cool like superhero finding out he has superpowers first scene.
Yeah,
It's pretty badass, and he's on the farm, and it's cool scenery. I just think it's a really good looking scene, and it's impactful too. And that's when this kid realizes, oh my god, I have something.
Okay.
So those are my two favorites.
My favorite kill has to be the sheriff.
Okay.
That poor fucking sheriff. I mean, he had a little bit of dum going on, a little bit, but I mean, I don't think he deserved to be splatter movie killed because, like, Brandon didn't kill him. Brandon like went through the man. Misty, honey.
She's a star.
Sorry, guys.
That's a TikTok exclusive right there.
God, I'm getting to see Misty's butthole.
They saw her face.
But yeah, my favorite kill is the sheriff because he is trying to take his mother out, of course. So he's going in and out of the house and whatnot. Because at this point, he's pissed.
Yeah, he's mad.
His father shot him, so he killed his father. And now he's coming home to take care of mommy. And now he's got other people shooting at him. Like, what the hell?
Yep.
He just wants everybody gone.
That's all he wants.
So he just starts like randomly flying through the house and everything. And all of a sudden, he flies into the sheriff. And the sheriff just explodes like a grape. And it's like, the hell?
It's pretty fucking cool.
What the hell just happened? That is a splatter movie kill.
And Elizabeth
That was
Banks
like
is...
as if that man's face was a grape.
Yeah, she's just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, her face is epic throughout that, dude. She's like, what the fuck just happened?
And she's trying to get out of the house, and the other fucking deputy, also dum, was like, no, take cover in the house. You mean the house the kid's in?
Yeah. What do you mean take her? You just saw someone explode. Get the fuck out of there.
Exactly, and that was just on the porch in the doorway. Come on.
And then we alluded to the ending scene a little bit. Well, close to the ending scene. But Elizabeth Banks does try to take matters in her own hands, and she does have the glass shard from the spaceship, which is basically their take on the kryptonite.
Because at this point, the only person that has survived is his aunt. That's it. His aunt and his mom. That's the two people he has left because he didn't get to Marlene because Noah came home too early.
Yeah.
He was waiting for her in the closet, and I do think he was going to kill her.
She ended up making it.
But she made it because of Noah.
Yeah, exactly. But the mom tries to do what she tries to do. It obviously doesn't work. The kid's too quick, and he's kind of got the grasp of fucking everybody up. And the whole my baby shit, get the fuck out of here. And so he's like, all right, we're going for a ride. And, he takes her all the way up to the sky, which, usually when Superman does it with Lois, it's very romantic. It wasn't here. And, he's taking mom for a little flight, and the look in her eyes, and she plays it really good here, of like just a defeated mom that really tried their best with this fucking kid, and it's over, and she can tell that it's nothing but evil when she looks in his eyes, and she plays that on her face really well. She's so underrated as an actress.
Yeah.
Because she's in movies like this, but she likes to do fun projects, and that's why I think she's a badass. So, because if she was in serious, hoity-toity shit, she'd have fucking 1 million Oscars.
Probably.
But she does interesting shit like this. And the look in her face, she was just so sad and defeated. And then when he drops her, and she just looks at him, and that visual of him from up there with the fucking thing, and just like looking like this little fucking, god, and while she's flying down, it really is a powerful visual.
It really is. And then that comes my favorite scene. My favorite scene. Fucking guys, an airplane, it's this kid, and the airplane takes damage.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Of all things, like, an airplane runs into him, and he took no damage, but took the entire plane out. And it's like, oh my God, that's not good.
Yes.
Only thing I did have to take off points of is his little BB symbol. Those bees were as pointy as tits.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, they looked more like a single line and a triangle.
For as creative as the
each
kid was,
side.
he could have had a better logo.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Like he could have made it a little less pointy.
And I would love to see a sequel to this. I don't know if it's ever good because most of the people that worked on this are onto different shit.
Don't say never though, because we got They Follows coming.
Yeah, that's true. And they've also talked about it. Like James Gunn has said, I'd love to like return to that at some point. But he's on to like he's doing a whole universe with DC.
Mm-hmm.
If they brought this kid in and he showed up and fucking went up against Superman, I would fucking, be happy as shit.
Yeah, that'd be a fun movie.
But
Brightburn versus Superman.
That
That'd
would
be
be
funny.
But I would love to see a sequel.
We should have told our friend that at work. We should have let it go. Call James Gunn.
And make
We have a
Brightburn.
brilliant idea.
Yep. It would be amazing. But I don't know if we'll see a sequel. And it's kind of cool as its own standalone thing. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an 8 superpowered demons out of 10.
Okay. I give it a 7.9
Okay.
demonic children.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
though he's not really a demonic child. So I don't know.
This is a good movie. It's a crisp hour and a half. It's
Mhm.
not too long. It's fun. All the scenes. There's not much boring shit. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of gore.
But once again, Sony,
Yeah.
learn how to like shit.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
Please.
There was times where Cher's looking at the TV like this. I did.
Sony, you're killing me. You and Netflix. Jesus. You guys are both killing me
You
here.
need to call a meeting.
I'm gonna.
Call a fucking meeting.
We're
man.
going to have to go to a meeting because this is ridiculous. I'm supposed to review these movies and shit, and I can't see
They're
nothing.
fucking with you, Jab. All right. Now, everybody, next week we will be talking about the brand new, well, not brand new, but new this year that everybody loves and we've been waiting to talk about. And I know people want
I
us to talk
haven't
about it.
waited to talk about it. I don't love it, and I don't know what it is.
A lot of people want us to talk about this, and that's Sinners with Michael B. Jordan. It's on HBO Max, so go and check it out if you have
Was
that.
he the one in Nope?
No. Michael B. Jordan, he's, Creed and Rocky. He's one of the biggest actors of this generation.
Oh.
He was in Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Oh, Black Panther dude.
He's the villain.
Oh, the villain.
God damn it,
Okay.
Mindy. We're losing all our cred. But we'll see everybody next week for Sinners. Mindy, give him a big old hootie hoo. Get in the fray.
Woo-hoo!
Goodbye.
Goodbye.